Continuing on with our multiplying of polynomials, we will just continue to FOIL. You'll do the first, outside, inside, last. So first, outside, inside, oops, don't forget the X, and last. Be careful with your negative sign when you're multiplying with that -3. Now we have two terms to combine in the center, x squared plus 11x minus 42. As I stated in the previous video, I am sure many of you are beginning to see a pattern. What do you notice about the given and the final answer? And then I begin to wonder if that will always true. If you noticed a pattern, great, but I'm curious if it will always work. So again, I'm going to do the first, the outside, the inside, and the last. Really watching my negative signs. I know I did a pretty good job because the center terms can combine. X squared minus 8x minus 20. Don't put plus minus. We're in algebra. We only use one sign. Now, you found a pattern, maybe some of you. If not, that's quite okay too. I'm not going to say the pattern because like I hinted towards, I'm curious if that pattern works all the time. Is it a gimmick? Is it a shortcut? I kind of don't like gimmicks or shortcuts because I forget them and then I use them when I can't. So I'm going to FOIL this. Now notice that x has a coefficient. So I have to take 2x times x to get 2x squared. Outside, 2x times 5 is 10x. 1 times x is x. Remember, you do not need the 1. 1 times 5 is 5. We're doing an exceptional job because the two terms in the center can be combined. 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. Oh, now that's a little different than whatever little cute shortcut you maybe discovered up there. Moving to the next problem, we're going to do the exact same thing. First, I have two coefficients. So 2 times 2 is 4. X times x, x squared. 2 times 4 is 8, so 8x. That's a negative. Be very careful. -9 times 2, -18x. -9 times 4, -36. Yay! Two terms in the center are the same. Combine them. 4x squared minus 10x minus 36. I would like you to pause the video and do the next two on your own. Be very careful. They each have coefficients. Even this one has a coefficient. Pause the video, please. Give it a try. I will work it out in a moment. Thank you for pausing the video. This is a -3, so really have to be super careful with negative signs here. -6x squared. Negative times negative is positive. Oops, nope, sorry. I was getting excited. Plus 6x minus 3. Again, I know I'm doing okay because my center terms are alike, so I can combine them. -6x squared plus 9x minus 3. For the next one, this has that invisible 1 because if there's more than one x there, you can see they put the digit. Here we had 4 x's, 2 x's, -3 x's. Here we had just a negative sign, so that means there's just 1. negative 4x squared, negative 36x, negative 7x, negative 63. A lot of negatives in that. Again, we have center terms that can be combined. So negative 4x squared minus 43x minus 36. Marvelous. Hopefully we got the same answers. Now notice we have a binomial, 2 terms, times a trinomial, 3 terms. We can't FOIL. There isn't a first, an inside, and a last. I mean, we have our last, we have our first, but what's the inside? In this situation, you are going to just need to distribute. I'm going to start with my x, and I'm going to multiply that to every term in the trinomial. So 2x cubed, don't forget the rules that we just learned with exponents, plus 4x squared plus 9x. Then I will take the next term in the binomial, distribute that to everything in the trinomial. So 8x squared plus 16x plus 36. Now it will come time for us to combine our like terms. Well, I don't have any other x cubes, always in descending order. Always. They will never ask for you to do it in a different order. So I took care of that. I have 4x squareds here plus 8 more for 12x squared. Cross them out, don't use them twice. 9x's here plus 16, 25 x's in all with a 36 at the end. I cannot combine it anymore. These are x cubes, 3 dimensions. These are x squareds, 2 dimensions. This is a 1-dimension, linear, straight line kind of an x. No x's there. Okay, I'm going to ask you again to pause the video. When it's a binomial times a binomial, you may FOIL. A binomial times anything else, it needs to be distributed. Be careful on the bottom. We have a huge problem. You're going to take a trinomial times a trinomial using distribution. You'll distribute this to all 3, distribute that to all 3, and distribute this to all 3. Pause the video. All right, there is a lot going on in these problems. So I would like to make sure you follow through with me as I discuss a few of them. Notice on this one I did something to you. I put x's in our first terms, and I put y's in our second terms. Remember, descending order by x's. We talked about that a couple lessons ago. We have to practice it. It will be super important. When I multiplied the center terms here, 11 times 3 is 33. X times y, sorry about the paper, is xy. Alphabetical order, always important. Then I came to our inside terms, negative 6 times 2, negative 12. X times y, not like terms, alphabetical order. We put them in alphabetical order, so we have our center terms to combine. My final solution, 22x squared plus 21xy minus y or 18y squared. Remember to put that at the end. Very important. Something students forget to do. So I don't have a color I'm not using, but I'm going to try to star this problem. And then I'm going to go over here and do it again. Because notice on this one I gave you M's and N's. So I did alphabetical order, negative 4 times 1, negative 4mn, alphabetical order, 5 times 8mn, gives me the two terms to combine in the center. I did not forget the n squared. The next two are just simple practicing distribution. I will highlight my solution so you can compare yours to mine. I showed all my work. I did the first in orange and then blue. On the bottom, I tried to color code it. I did green. The middle term multiplied was in blue, and then red. My final solution, numerical order by descending order, that is what I have.